And we're back for our daily MLB Best Bets here on the channel here for June 13th. Every team today in Major League Baseball plays, with it being a Friday, and we've got, again, our 5 best bets for this slate. Before we get into the video, folks, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more daily MLB Best Bets here on the channel. Yesterday, we posted our game number 4 predictions for the NBA Finals between the Indiana Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. So go make sure to check out that video. That's going to be linked in the description down below. We've been all over Indiana all postseason long. We've been cashing all the time with the NBA. So make sure to check that video out. Link in the description down below, along with our UFC Fight Night Atlanta predictions. Kamaru Usman and Joaquin Buckley in the main event this weekend for the UFC. Again, that's linked in the description down below. Go subscribe to Greedo Plays MMA as well if you have not yet. Okay, on to the first of our 5 MLB best bets for today. We're going to kick things off with the early game, and we got to do it. Pirates money line. I'm taking the Pittsburgh Pirates to beat the Chicago Cubs. I know, again, I say this every time I pick a Paul Skeens game. Really, when I favor the Pirates in Paul Skeens games, I said it a couple months ago, or about a month ago now, that I think the Pirates are overpriced when Skeens is on the hill. And don't get me wrong, I still think they are. I don't think they should be at -110. I think really this line should be at +110 for Pittsburgh. I still think regardless they're winning the baseball game, okay? Actually, they should be about +100, not +110. Anyways, just because they are the Pirates and they do struggle to score. But I think given the matchup today, I like them to beat the Cubs. The Cubs are not hitting the ball well right now. They're not, okay? Yesterday, they scored 3 runs against the Pirates. Obviously, they fail us yesterday when we were looking at Andrew Heaney's under on strikeouts. It's okay. It is what it is. But Paul Skeens is pitching, and the way Paul Skeens has been pitching recently, it's hard to pick against Pittsburgh. In his last 4 starts, the Pirates have won 3 of those games. Their only loss was a game where Skeens went 8 innings and gave up 1 run and 3 hits, and his team still lost that game. But the other 3 starts, we can look back on May the 23rd against the Milwaukee Brewers. He went 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. His next start, 6 2/3, 4 innings, 0 runs against the Diamondbacks. And then most recently against the Philadelphia Phillies at home at PNC Park, Skeens goes 7 2/3 innings, gives up 2 hits, and only allows 1 run. He should have gone 8. I don't know why they took him out of batter early. But guys, Paul Skeens, I think I can just say he's the best pitcher in baseball. Okay, I get it. Scooball's great. Crochet's going to have his nights. Mackenzie Gore is phenomenal as well. Logan Webb, I'm a huge fan of. Hell, Yoshinobu Yamamoto is a great pitcher. Hunter Brown's having an incredible season. The best pitcher in baseball is Paul Skeens. He just is. And yet he's got a 4-6 record. He's got a 1.88 ERA, which is just insane this year. And he's only 23 years of age. The guy's whip's .84. The thing with Paul Skeens is, guys, when he takes the mound, he's at max giving up 2 runs. I'm so serious. His worst start of the season this year is actually the Cardinals start. But other than that, it was against the Cubs, where he went 5 innings, gave up 5 hits and 3 runs. I can almost guarantee Paul Skeens is going to be so much better this time around. Just the second time that he's going to be able to see Chicago. He's on the road this time. It's a day game. All eyes are on, again, Pittsburgh in this spot. I feel like Skeens is going to just completely run down this team. I'm expecting 8 innings, maybe 1 run out of Paul Skeens today, which then makes you wonder, okay, what does Pittsburgh do offensively? Because ultimately, when we pick Paul Skeens baseball games, and obviously when we pick the Pirates in Paul Skeens baseball games, and don't get me wrong, by the way, the Pirates offense has really come on as of late. So that's why, again, the pick for Skeens starts has been Pittsburgh recently. You know, we faded them a lot when they were playing, you know, when they played the Phils on the road, right? We bet against the Pirates quite a bit, but this offense has been better recently. So again, the question is today, how do they score? Well, they're going to be facing another 23-year-old pitcher. It's going to be Cade Horton. Horton's not bad, but the ERA is 4.11. His last start got kind of blown up against the Tigers. 5 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs. I wouldn't say it's a blow up, but again, if the Pirates are able to produce that off of Cade Horton, the game's over, right? That's kind of just how that works. If Pittsburgh's able to play 3 runs today, I'm so serious. If they can score 3 runs on Chicago, I think they're winning the baseball game. Yesterday's outing, so this is the second of the 4-game set here at Wrigley Field. Yesterday's game, a 3-2 victory for the Chicago Cubs. I get it, Pittsburgh's a horrible road team. They're 9-23 in the road. Again, though, guys, we can throw out every statistic that the Pirates have had this season in terms of winning when it comes to Paul Skeens. Guys, he's the best pitcher in baseball for a reason. There is going to come a time, and it's going to come fairly shortly, maybe not this season, but probably next year, where Paul Skeens gets traded for the biggest haul in MLB history, or a Juan Soto-like haul. I'm so serious. That's what the Pirates are going to eventually get for Paul Skeens, who is going to be the best pitcher of this generation, right? We can throw out the 9-23 record on the road. We can, okay? It's just a different game when Skeens pitches. And it's not like Chicago's sending their ace to the mound. Cade Horton's going to give up runs. Pittsburgh's lineup, I understand it's shaky, right? O'Neal Cruz, Brian Reynolds, Andrew McCutchen. There's guys who, again, like McCutchen will have his nights. He's their best hitter, really. He bats 260, and yes, Unk is still going crazy for Pittsburgh. I just think I look at the Chicago lineup. They haven't been that great hitting-wise. Like, they got shut down the other day by Jesus Luzardo, and we had, obviously, Chicago in that spot, and they obviously did not cash. I expect Paul Skeens to run down this team, and then I just need Pittsburgh to legitimately plate 3 runs. Not even 3. 2 runs will suffice. I'm so serious. Can they scrape across a couple against Chicago? The answer to that question is likely yes. So with all things considered, I do believe the Pittsburgh Pirates are going to win this baseball game. It's going to be off the backs, obviously, of Paul Skeens, off the back of Paul Skeens. I'd be surprised if Skeens gives up more than 2 runs. Really. So, again, Pittsburgh only needs to score 3 the entire game, and they're going to win. Again, low-scoring game yesterday. Pitchers were Jameson Taillon and Andrew Heaney. I'd expect Pittsburgh to score more this game just with Cade Horton going, and I'd expect Chicago to score less this time around with Paul Skeens in the mound. So I'm going Pittsburgh Pirates money line here on the road at Wrigley Field to kick off the day. Let's finally get the day off to the right start. Actually, Soroka hit yesterday in the morning, but let's get it going early today, all right? At 11:20 in Chicago, the Pittsburgh Pirates will cash for us. They're going to go to Chicago, Illinois, and they're going to beat the Chicago Cubs. Let's go into our second best bet of the video. I'm taking the Washington Nationals to win their first game in about a week. Okay, they're on a 4 or 5 game losing streak. Yeah, I'm taking the Nats to beat the Marlins today. Mitchell Parker's going for the Nats today, so that's scary. But here's the thing about Mitchell Parker. He's god-awful in the first inning. I completely understand. If there's ever a team that's not going to blow him up in the first inning, it's the Marlins. Okay? The Marlins just played like dog crap over in Pittsburgh, okay? They lost 2 of 3 over there. They got swept by the damn Colorado Rockies in Denver, and I've been saying this. I understand the Nats are 8 games under right now, and that is horrible, okay? They couldn't even get 1 in New York. Here's the thing, though, guys. The Nationals are going to win their next 7 games. No, 8 games, because Mackenzie Gore will pitch the first game in Los Angeles against the Dodgers against Dustin May next week, all right? The Nats are winning 8 straight games to get back to 500. Today marks the start of that. I am a little scared about Edward Cabrera, I'm not going to lie. Because Cabrera's first start against the Nationals this year was actually pretty good. At Lone Depot Park, Cabrera goes 5 2/3 innings, only gives up 2 runs. Nats ultimately ended up winning the game. If I'm not mistaken, yes, that was Mitchell Parker. On the other side of things, that was the game where Nathaniel Lowe had the bases clearing RBI double. Cabrera is good. I am a little bit concerned. His last start against, or 2 starts ago against the Giants was phenomenal. And hell, his Angels start was really good too. I'd maybe say Edward Cabrera's best career start ever was on May 25th against the Angels. Goes 5 2/3 innings, gives up 3 hits, strikes out 10 Angels batters. That was an insane start out of him. But the Nats, they're better at home, I'd say. They are. I'm a little scared of Mitchell Parker on the mound. But guys, if there was ever a team that's not going to burn Mitchell Parker in the first inning, it's the Miami Marlins. Okay, there's guys in the team that do scare me a little bit, like Agustin Ramirez. Hits the ball very hard, averages down, but still. Gilberto Hernandez is hitting the ball really well right now, 417. Again, limited plate appearances for him. He's due for some damn regression, though, let's just be honest. I think Parker's going to be okay. I'm going to expect. And honestly, again, Parker's numbers beyond the first inning have not been bad. It's just his first inning is always horrible. So let's just say, I'm so serious. Parker, I think we're going to get 6 innings, 2 runs out of Parker today. I think it's going to be enough for the Nationals to win. I think the Nats win today like 5-3, okay? Yesterday sucked for the Nationals, right? I feel like we're just getting laughed at by watching the Washington Nationals. It's just a big, go F yourself for the Nats every single day, right? I watched this team get shut out for 8 innings yesterday. All hope is lost. I got to watch Brandon Nimmo sprint across the bases hitting a home run. It's the most annoying thing ever. But anyways, the Nats in the top of the 9th almost come back. They had it. They were right there in the game. They had bases loaded. Josh Bell hits an RBI single to make it a 4-2 game. And then Alex Call. Edwin Diaz could not throw a strike. Okay? Josh Bell lines one back up the middle. He has Alex Call on a 2-1 pitch. Slider away. That is a ball. Call swings, and it is a soft pop out into center field. So there's your first out. Okay? Nats eventually, second and third, down by 1 with 1 out. Jose Tena hits a soft ground ball to first. We have our fastest runner on third base. I don't care. You send him in that spot because even if Jacob Young gets thrown out there, you still have runners to the corners with 2 outs, okay? You still have the tying run 90 feet away. You send your fastest runner to the plate with 1 out, especially when there's a guy behind him. But no, we held Jacob Young, and then obviously Keibert Ruiz, who is the most automatic out in baseball, rolls over to first base. He hit the ball hard in all fairness, but like, Keibert Ruiz, why is he the only guy we've extended? So Mets win again. I feel like Mr. Mets just laughing at me every single day I watch this game. Like, I swear, I see the Mets mascot in my dreams, man. It's nightmares. Like, I wake up and I see Mr. Met. I think that's his name. I don't know. Or Mr. Red. I don't know. I think his name is Mr. Met. Oh my God. I'm getting nightmares about Mr. Met. So I'm glad we're done playing in Queens, all right? It's because, guys, again, Today is the start of the Washington Nationals' 8-game win streak. It starts today. 3 against the Marlins, 4 against the Rockies, and they're going to win the first game in LA with Mackenzie Gore against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Book it now. The Nats are getting back to 500 because they're winning 8 straight games. If they don't win today, I'm actually going to crash out. I'm so serious. I'm crashing out if we don't beat the Marlins, okay? I don't care Mitchell Parker's pitching. I don't care Edward Cabrera is probably their best pitcher right now. I don't give a damn. This is our game today. I'm so serious. So again, I'm taking Nats money line at minus 125. I was thinking, maybe I just go James Wood. No. I don't care. The Nats are winning this baseball game, okay? We are not dropping a damn game to the Marlins, and we're sure as hell not dropping one to the Rockies next week, okay? 8-game winning streak starts now. Not even Trevor Williams, okay, is going to stop us. And if we don't at least win 6 of 7 in these next 7 games, I need everyone fired. I need some actual changes in just where is Brady House, DFA, this entire team. That's being harsh, but like, man, we're winning 8 in a row. We're winning 8 in a row. Nats money line today. Let's go into our next game. It's our nerfy of the day. Yesterday sucked with the Cardinals and the Brewers. Hell, both of our money lines sucked. I'm not gonna deny it. They were god awful, man. Our 2 money lines yesterday, 18 combined innings, obviously, it's baseball, but neither of the teams we picked yesterday scored a single run. Again, guys, we were hot the entire month of May. We're cooling off a little bit, but that means, again, we got to get hot eventually, right? So we're going to start heating back up, okay? Trust me. But yeah, that's just when it's not your day. I'm so serious. I watched the St. Louis Cardinals go 9 innings of scoreless baseball. And then I watched the Kansas City Royals lose because Lucas Urseg didn't want to throw the ball to home plate, double pumped it 5 times, and the Yankees win 1-0. So, St. Louis, just do us a favor today and don't score in the first inning. Okay? Do not score in the first inning. I'm honestly not concerned about St. Louis scoring in the first. I think that's an easy one. Freddie Peralta versus the Cardinals lineup, that's money. Okay, Freddie Peralta is going to get 3 outs. Freddie Peralta, 2.69 ERA this season. His last start against the San Diego Padres. We know how good that lineup is, obviously, right? Peralta goes 6 innings, 1 hit, 0 runs. His team lost the game 1-0, but Freddie Peralta, masterclass on the mound. All right, this guy's been excellent all season long. He's well on his way to make another All-Star appearance this season. Again, Peralta, 2.69 ERA. He's an elite pitcher in the league. I'm not scared about him against the St. Louis lineup. The Cardinals lineup sucks. Okay, Ivan Herrera, I'll give him that. He's a dog. Didn't do anything yesterday, but still, this St. Louis lineup's atrocious. They're so bad. Lars Nootbaar, Mason Wynn, Ivan Herrera, Contreras, Burleson. Okay, as long as Herrera doesn't take us deep, and as long as Lars Nootbaar doesn't get on with a leadoff walk, Freddie Peralta is getting 3 outs to start the game in Milwaukee. Okay, flip side of things. The more difficult part, but honestly, not that difficult. Okay, Eric Fettuccini. The 32-year-old righty with a 3.54 ERA in the season is coming off a start in which he shut down and shut out the Los Angeles Dodgers. It was only 5 1/3 innings, but still, Eric Fetty in his last start at home in St. Louis goes 5 1/3, 4 hits, 0 runs, 4 walks, but he managed it, right? Navigated through it. Hell, we had the nerfy in Eric Fetty's last start. It was him and Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And Yamamoto actually had some trouble as well, but both of the guys got out of jams early in the game, okay? And Fetty worked through jams the entire day against the Dodgers and ultimately came out there unscathed. So I have a lot of confidence about Eric Fedde this time around. He's on the road. Milwaukee, again, hit the ball really well yesterday. Hell, even at the top of the order, right? Sal Frelick, guy's batting 292 this season. Yesterday went 3 for 4. Jackson Chourio went 1 for 4. He's batting 257. You got Contreras, obviously, and Christian Yelich in the lineup as well. I think Fedde's able to get the outs. The toughest out is by far Sal Frelick, because again, if Frelick gets on, then everything else develops behind him, obviously with Chourio, with Contreras, with Yelich, hell, even Hoskins, who's deeper in the lineup as well. But I think Fedde's able to get him, Chourio and Contreras. I think those are outs too. Hell, Christian Yelich, I think that's an out. Again, we've been so cold with nerfies recently. It's just, I don't know what to say. It's been atrociously bad, and I apologize for that. I think this is like, I mean, I was debating between either this or Royals A's today, full transparency. Those are the two I was thinking of. But I was like, I don't want to go Michael Wacha and Luis Severino. And like, I don't even know if Jacob Wilson's playing or not tomorrow, or today. Because if Jacob Wilson's playing, that just changed. Quick tangent, guys, a quick side note. The A's are just a completely different team when Jacob Wilson plays. It's actually insane. Anyways, I'm taking the nerfy here in the spot. Again, we know how good Freddie Peralta is, and the Cardinals lineup is horrible, okay? And then Eric Fedde, he's been very good. He just, put down the Los Angeles Dodgers in his last start on Saturday, June 7th, and he faces the Brewers, okay? As long as we can keep Sal Frelick off the base paths, we're going to be fine. The Cardinals got shut out through 9 innings yesterday. They're going to get shut out for at least one more inning today. Give me Freddie Peralta and Eric Fedde to go out there and get us 6 outs from American Family Field in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The line is -125. We're going to play it again today. We're turning everything around today, all right? Give me the nerfy here between the Brewers and the Cardinals. Let's go into our 4th best bet of the video. It is our best player prop of the day. Let's go to Chase Field over in Phoenix, Arizona, as we've got the Arizona Diamondbacks and the San Diego Padres on Apple TV. Who in their right mind has Apple TV? I don't know. I don't think I've met a sane person who has Apple TV. Like, I'm so serious. Anyways, Diamondbacks Padres here. We're going Corbin Carroll on the over player prop today. It's over total hits or total bases, -135. Okay. There's not a guy I'd rather have in this situation more, at least in this game, than Corbin Carroll. Starting pitcher tonight for the San Diego Padres is going to be Stephen Kolek. Kolek's actually been really good this year, I'm not going to lie. He's a pitch-to-contact guy, which I always say, like, pitch-to-contact guys don't always bode well against Arizona because that's just what they do. They put the ball in play, and if Arizona puts the ball in play and they get balls down, I mean, the speed on this team, I'm talking, obviously, Carroll and Alec Thomas, the first two guys to come to mind, obviously. But, I mean, if you put the ball in play against this, if Arizona can put the ball in play against you, it is trouble because if that ball gets down, they are running around those damn base paths the entire game. And also, again, Corbin Carroll has been an elite hitter in the game this year. Carroll, he's not going to start in the All-Star game. Probably not, definitely not. 19 home runs. He might start in the All-Star game. He'll definitely be an All-Star this season, though. Corbin Carroll's great, right? I mean, the power this guy generates for being a 5'10", 165-pound right fielder is actually insane. I don't know how he does it, but Corbin Carroll is more than an elite player in the sport. He's phenomenal, okay? If you want to look again, Stephen Kolek was saying earlier, great pitcher. He is kind of pitch to contact, though. Hell, his over-under on strikeout props today is 3.5. ERA, those 3 this season. And Kolek's done a very good job so far this year managing. Career matchup against Corbin Carroll. This isn't the basis for the pick, but I guess here it is. Career-wise, Stephen Kolek versus Corbin Carroll. Carroll's 2 for 4 against him. So 2 singles, obviously averages 500. Okay, that'll play. This is more of just Corbin Carroll, though, obviously. Corbin Carroll in his last 4 games has actually only hit this line once, I believe. In his 2 triple day the other day against the Mariners. Of course, the one day we had Mariners. Actually, we had Mariners money line quite a bit. But anyways, this just feels like a shootout to me, guys. Because the thing about San Diego is, and we saw this in the Dodgers series too, especially in the first game of that set, played at Petco Park, the Padres will get into shootouts. And Padres shootouts, and even Diamondback shootouts too, but like, Padres shootouts are some of the most fun games you can watch. Just because, again, the power that lineup has, the star power they have at the top of the lineup, too, with Tatis, Arise, Machado, Merrill. I mean, those games are, some of the most entertaining games to watch in all of baseball. You combine that with the fact they're playing Arizona. This is a team that only plays shootouts because they don't have a bullpen. Their starting pitching isn't very good. They start Eduardo Rodriguez every 5 days, and yet they beat the Seattle Mariners, though. Oh, God. I hate the Seattle Mariners. I really do. I'm 2-10 picking Mariners games this season. Anyways, Yeah, that's just what Arizona does. They get into shootouts, right? They get into shootouts, and I'd expect Corbin Carroll to be a big reason in why this will be a shootout as well. I'm so serious. I expect 14 runs today in this game. Over under today is 9.5. I expect 14. Ryan Nelson going for the Diamondbacks. Not like that matters much, but Ryan Nelson is an opener for them. His last start against the Reds, he gave up 7 runs in 3 innings. Didn't we? We had the Diamondbacks that day too, didn't we? Did we? I think we did. Yeah, we did. I just expect a lot of runs, and if we get a lot of runs today, expect a lot of activity on the bases, and if there's going to be activity on the bases, that means Corbin Carroll is going to get going, right? I mean, again, the power he generates from the left side of the plate at his size is just insane to me. I said earlier he's only hit this in 1 of his last 5. Correction, he's hit this in 2 out of his last 5 games. The first 2 games against Seattle, he hit it, right? One for 5 in the first game against the Mariners on Monday, but it was an opposite field home run that cashed the line, obviously the 1.5 total bases. And then the last game they played against, or 2 games ago against the Mariners, he went 2 for 5 with 2 triples, right? So Carroll's more than capable, and obviously any ball that's put remotely close to the gap is extra bases for him. Because that's just what Corbin Carroll does, obviously. One of the fastest players in all of baseball. Sometimes gets overshadowed by his outfield teammate, obviously, and Alec Thomas, who has blazing speed as well. But again, any ball someone in the gap is going to be extra bases for Corbin Carroll. He's able to leg singles out into doubles, and obviously there's always the power threat with Corbin Carroll as well, who has 19 home runs, which is tied for 5th right now in all of Major League Baseball. I really like to play for Corbin Carroll. Again, not much historical backing on the matchup between him and Stephen Kolek, but again, if there's anything to base that off of, Corbin Carroll is 2 for 4 career-wise against Kolek, so I expect another hit today, and I expect extra bases. So either a double or a home run or hell, a triple will do it for us as well. All right, 2 singles, too, I'll take it. Any way we can get it, give me Corbin Carroll over 1.5 total bases here at home in Phoenix against the San Diego Padres and Stephen Kolek. Let's go on to our final game of the day, and we go to our next money line and final money line. I'm taking the San Francisco Giants here on the road at Chavez Ravine in Los Angeles, California. Guys, let's all be one with the voodoo magic today, okay? The dark magic Giants, we're picking them to beat the Dodgers. The Giants actually lost to the Rockies yesterday, which was crazy. Won the first 2 games of that set. Huge comebacks early in the series against the Rocks for the Giants, and they choked. They choked a big lead yesterday. Orlando Arcia, the first-year Rocky, who obviously came in midway through the year. Big walk-off single off of Randy Rodriguez. I said last week that Randy Rodriguez should get looks at for the Cy Young Award. Well, that's not happening anymore. I guess there's a reason why he wasn't closing baseball games. Maybe there was. Randy Rodriguez, though, is still very good. We're not going to see him today, though. He threw 43 pitches yesterday in his blown save. So likely we'll see Camilo Doval or Ryan Walker try to close it out tonight. Great. Camilo Doval's actually been really good. Ryan Walker, I think, is really shaky. But, obviously, the Giants, best bullpen in all of baseball. They're untouchable with their bullpen. They're crazy, The main reason, though, I'm picking the Giants today, though, is not the voodoo magic. It's not the bullpen. It's because Logan Webb's pitching. Logan Webb's a top 10-ish. No, he's top 10 in the league, 100%. Logan Webb's top 10. I got to witness a gem that he pitched last week or 2 weeks ago against the San Diego Padres on June the 2nd. Went 8 innings, 6 hits, 0 runs. Unfortunately, his team got him absolutely 0 runs of run support, so they lost the game 1-0 in the 10th inning. It was hilarious. We had Padres money line that day. I laughed. His last start against the Braves, good start. 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs. 10 strikeouts. Logan Webb's going to limit the damage a lot today against the Dodgers, and I'm really not that concerned about that. My concern, again, is with the Giants scoring. But, okay, it's the Giants. They've got their voodoo magic. They've got their dark magic. They'll find ways to plate some runs. Heliot Ramos is hot right now at the plate, okay? Ramos was batting .295 yesterday, 1 for 4, but again, in 2 RBI. I get it. It's elevation. They're playing at Coors Field, but Heliot Ramos is one of the better hitters in the league right now. He's well on his way to be now a 2-time All-Star this season. The rest of the squad is shaky, I'm not going to lie to you. Jung Ho Lee's going to have his games, but then he'll also have his games where he just pops everything up a million feet in the air, and then, you get nothing from him. Willy Adames was the biggest waste of money of all time. I don't care what anybody says. Willy Adames scammed the San Francisco Giants. He is the highest paid player in San Francisco Giants history. Don't let the 3-hit game on Wednesday distract you from the fact Willy Adames robbed the San Francisco Giants. He just did. So expect 0 production out of him. Wilmer Flores will give you a hit every once in a while. Actually, more than once in a while. He'll give you a clutch hit. Dominic Smith somehow is playing really well for this team, which I don't understand. The defensive contact hitting first baseman is playing really well. Great. He was horrible in DC, not very good for the Red Sox, but here we go. He's in San Francisco and he's playing fairly well. Yaz will give you nights as well. The bottom of the lineup is still atrocious, don't get me wrong. It's just bad. But, again, Logan Webb's pitching. Yoshinobu Yamamoto pitching for the Dodgers. You know how good this guy is, right? Last start against the St. Louis Cardinals is actually a loss for the Dodgers. Yamamoto went 6 innings, 4 hits, 0 runs over in St. Louis. Team lost 2-1. Obviously, that was a game where we had we had him and Eric Fetty for the Nerfy. But the Dodgers have lost the last 2 starts that Yamamoto's pitched in, right? Prior to that Cardinals start on June the 1st on Sunday Night Baseball against the Yankees, Dodgers lose. 3 2/3 out of Yamamoto, 7 hits, 4 runs. Not a great night. Obviously, again, Yamamoto's going to have his good days just like he did in his last one against the Cardinals. But this is going to be a game, and this is like a lot of Logan Webb starts and a lot of just Giants baseball games as a whole. This is going to be a game that the final score is going to be either 1-0, 2-1, 2-0. I'm so serious. It's going to be one of those games. So we just need the Giants to take advantage of spots in this game. We need the Giants to scratch and claw their way towards just finding one run, you know. Also, guys, the Giants are only 1 game back of the Dodgers for the lead of the National League West. I don't know how this has happened. Because on paper, the Giants should not be on the level of the Dodgers. And honestly, I would never pick the Giants to beat the Dodgers when Logan Webb's not pitching, okay? Logan Webb's the only guy where I'm like, all right, I see Logan Webb, I'm going to side with the Giants because they just need to, scrape across a couple runs tonight. Any other spot, and I know the Dodgers, again, they have to pitch bullpen games right now because their rotation sucks. They have to pitch Clayton Kershaw, right? Dustin May is really not the best, but still, I'd probably still side with the Dodgers in every other spot other than when Logan Webb goes for the Giants. That's just the difference maker that this guy is. Obviously, today, again, with the 2 money lines we picked, not naming the Nationals because Mitchell Parker does not fall in this category, but Paul Skeens and Logan Webb for the Pirates and the Giants. We are trusting in some of the best pitchers in all of baseball, all-star pitchers, great pitchers today. Those are the guys I'm trusting in, and I'm going to trust in Logan Webb to go into Los Angeles today, rivalry game. Of course, the MLB, and, they can tell you how big of a rivalry Padres-Dodgers is, because it is. It's a great rivalry. I was at the NLDS Game 1 last year. It was electric watching Shohei's home run, that just environment in Los Angeles. Still, though, the rivalry out here on the West Coast will always be Giants-Dodgers. Second biggest rivalry in all of baseball, maybe the first. It just depends where you rank that, and Yankees-Red Sox, and the Nationals-Mets. I'm joking. But anyways, I'm taking the San Francisco Giants to win this baseball game on the road. I just need them to play a couple runs. That's going to start with Elliot Ramos. I'm so serious. I need a Jung-Ho Lee walk. I need a Jung-Ho Lee steal. And then I need a Elliot Ramos single or double. And I'm so serious. That one run's going to dictate the game. I'm going San Francisco Giants money line on the road in Los Angeles today. They're going to beat the Dodgers. And I'm taking Giants at plus 150 to close the night. So, folks, thank you all for watching our MLB Best Bets here for June 13th. If you haven't yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you do disagree with any of the picks. Folks, thank you all for watching, and Mamba forever.